Alrighty, so I got Christian here with me. He was my first ever client, and we worked together for I think close to 12 weeks. Is that right, Christian?
Yeah, right about there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I just wanted to have a quick conversation with him. So, Christian, first of all, what industry were you in when we started working together?
So I am in the automotive industry. So I work at an automotive dealership.
You were selling Toyotas, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Um, so tell me what it was like before working with me, before working, what kind of results you were getting before working with me, and then tell me kind of what happened after we started working together.
Yeah. So definitely. So beforehand, I was a little bit lost just because in the automotive industry, there's obviously a big push of how you should sell vehicles, and once I started to get into it, I had a little bit of success, but then I just plateaued. I wasn't moving anything forward. It was kind of really hard for me to take that next step. And if anything, it started kind of declining a little bit. Um, but once I started working with you and realized, hey, it's not just about selling the vehicle, but taking care of the people. And when it came to that, it spoke to me very, very well just because of my Christian background. So within that, it wasn't just, hey, let's just sell a vehicle and, make the money. It was, hey, how best can I serve people, help people? And that opened up my eyes to a whole different way of selling vehicles.
Yeah. No, dude, I think it's sales is so much easier when you're just trying to help people.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know? So I think I remember, it's been a little while since we worked together, but I think I remember that after the first month of us working together, I remember something like you either doubled the amount. I don't think you doubled the amount of sales, but maybe you doubled the amount of commission. Do you remember that kind of the results that you got? You got them pretty quick when we first started working together.
Yeah, after we started working together, the way everything was, the way you kind of laid it out, and we started basically from the bottom, working back up on my sales process. I mean, the amount of traffic that was coming in was a little bit low, but on the ones that I could sell, I was able to capitalize. And I think if it wasn't for the training, I don't know if I could have capitalized on those sales as much as I did.
Yeah, awesome, man. So could you share like a specific challenge that you faced in sales before we started working together, and then also just share how my coaching helped you overcome that, if anything comes to your mind.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I had a huge challenge with was over the phone calls, because obviously it's really easy to tell somebody no when you're not looking them face to face. And so when it came to that, the script that you and I worked on personally together, that you helped me build, I think that was fantastic. It was absolutely great. It helped me overcome the anxiety of doing cold calls or following up with people. And now that I've been promoted, it's something that I've passed down to my team. It's something that, the same conversations we had, I have with my team, and I tell them, hey, I noticed that your calls are having a little bit of trouble. I think I have something that could help you. And the same way that you taught me is how I'm passing it down to my team, and they're having really good success with it as well.
That's awesome, dude. No, I forgot you got promoted like pretty, like we worked
Yeah.
together for 10 to 12 weeks, and then we stopped basically working on the sales process and everything because you got promoted, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
it was really crazy. It came, my managers, my team, they noticed of the input that I was giving. They noticed how, I was putting the extra effort, going the extra mile for the customer. And so at that point, my leadership team said, hey, I think you have something here, and I think you would fit this role perfectly because of the way I was taking care of my customers. So in terms of that, going to sales over to management and now helping out my team, I mean, it was a huge step for me, and I think you're a huge part of that.
Man, dude, I appreciate that. That makes me so happy. Yeah, that's amazing. That's why I love doing this. Okay, so let me just jump to the last question. So, what would you say to someone there? I see on my I'm having bad internet connection, so hopefully it stays connected. But what would you say to someone who is on the fence of working with me and they want to go to the next level, but they're just kind of hesitant. Maybe they've been burned by coaching in the past or things like that. They're hesitant to take that step to work with me, to take their sales to the next level. What would you say to that person as someone who's worked with me?
I said the best advice I can give with that is just do that first call. It really is. Just make that first call. I mean, definitely get to know each other because, I mean, after that, I mean, I felt so at peace after meeting you the first time, and the personalization that there is to it and the encouragement. I mean, it's great. It's fantastic. And then I say anybody that is looking to try it and get coached, and definitely in the world that we live in, I think it's just take that first call, take that first call, and I think from there it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to jump on a call with me, you can DM me on Instagram. I'm sure I have a Calendly link somewhere. You can click on that, and we can jump on that first call and just see if it's even going to be helpful for you. You can ask Christian, anybody else that I've ever worked with. I'm not someone who's pushy. I'm not going to push you over and get you to work with me. But if you want to go to the next level, I want to make sure I can help you. So, Christian, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for taking time to come on and just talk about anything. Is there anything else that you'd like to share?
I think as far as when it comes to selling and everything, I mean, it's all about people, people first. And I think this is my biggest takeaway that I've taken from your training. And I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate it.
Of course, dude.